No details of flying discs are revealed. Roswell hardware man and wife report. This scene, the intelligence office of the 509th Bombardment Group at Roswell Army Airfield announced at noon today that the field has come into possession of a flying saucer. According to information released by the Department over authority of Major J. M. Marcel, intelligence officer, the disc was recovered on a ranch in the Roswell vicinity after an unidentified rancher had notified Sheriff Geo Wilcox here that he had found the instrument on his premises. Major Marcel and a detail from his department went to the ranch and recovered the disc. It was stated, after the intelligence office here had inspected the instrument, it was flown to higher headquarters. The intelligence office stated that no details of the saucer's construction or its appearance had been revealed. That was one of the top front page stories from the Roswell Daily Record on Tuesday, July 8, 1947. Notice how the intelligence office handled the incident at Roswell. There was no CIA agency back then. Other newspapers around the country and the world also reported the story of a flying saucer. Later, the military changed the story of the crash being the result of a weather balloon. Operated from the nearby Alamo Gordo Army Airfield and part of the top secret Project Mogul. The balloon was intended to detect Soviet nuclear tests. The weather balloon would become one of the standard explanations of people seeing UFOs and a lot of future sightings. It's amazing that so many trained military and law enforcement people can't tell the difference between a weather balloon and UFO. Quite deflating. 1947 was a big year when it comes to UFOs, the military, and the country's intelligence community. Most would think these events were separate. I disagree. I believe the Roswell UFO crash provided a valuable lesson to the secret government. The best way to control information is by compartmentalization and chain of command. The left hand shouldn't know what the right hand is doing, and vice versa. This most likely led to the creation of the CIA and other agencies that handle top secret information. Also, the protocol of discrediting witnesses, planting false information, and witness intimidation. The thing that UFOs and the CIA have in common is the control of knowledge. Information is key. That's the main point of intelligence, keeping secrets, making sure the public doesn't know about UFOs or the history of UFO sightings that span thousands of years. Human contact with UFOs is common. The public knowing about it is uncommon. That needs to be kept secret. People focus on the material part of the UFO and alien phenomenon. They forget about the intelligent part of it. It's like religion only focusing on the physical and disregarding the spiritual. Testimony is big in religion. Discounting the human experience is a huge mistake. Documenting these encounters could lead to discoveries that go back thousands of years. What if the angels, demons, and other strange sightings were describing alien and UFO encounters? That's why records should be kept. This famous Charles Fort quote says it all. The earth is a farm. We're someone else's property. Charles Fort was an American writer and researcher who specialized in anomalous phenomena. The term Fortean is sometimes used to characterize various such phenomena. The government won't release their findings on the John F. Kennedy assassination due to security concerns. Can people honestly believe that the government will tell them the truth about aliens, UFOs, and other hyperdimensional beings? Pay attention to the timeline of these historical events in 1947 so you can see the connection. The unidentified flying object era began with a bang on the afternoon of June 24, 1947, in the Cascade Mountain Range of Washington State. Private pilot Kenneth Arnold, bound for Yakima in his light airplane, was approaching Mount Rainier when 9 disc-shaped objects flying in formation shot by in front of him. The discs resembled saucers skipping across water, Arnold said, flashing in the sun as they flitted between the high peaks. He timed them as they sped from Mount Rainier to Mount Adams, and they estimated that they were moving at 1,700 miles per hour. UFO is seen and crashes in Roswell, New Mexico, on Tuesday, July 8, 1947. 2 months later, President Harry S. Truman established the National Security Act of 1947. It was a law enacting major restructuring of the United States government's military and intelligence agencies following World War II. The majority of the provisions of the act took effect on September 18, 1947, the day after the Senate confirmed James Forrestal as the first Secretary of Defense. Nearly 2 years later, James Forrestal would resign from his position. He would then seek psychiatric treatment and later fall from a 16th floor window of the Bethesda Naval Hospital on May 22, 1949. It was ruled an act of suicide. There are those who disagree. What types of secrets could have driven James Forrestal to seek psychiatric help? Was he silenced? The United States Air Force was established as a separate branch of the United States Armed Forces on September 18, 1947. Prior to 1947, the responsibility for military aviation was shared between the Army Air Forces and its predecessor organizations, the Navy and the Marine Corps. The Central Intelligence Agency was also established on September 18, 1947. The agency's founding followed the dissolution of the Office of Strategic Services at the end of World War II. So after the mishandling of the UFO Roswell crash by the Army, the USAF and the CIA were created. All the evidence from the crash site was moved, and now layers were established between the public and the government, making it easier to hide information. Either this is one big coincidence or there's a connection. We don't take the idea of extraterrestrial intelligence already being here serious. Our scientists are busy searching for life off-planet. SETI, which stands for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, is an effort to answer the question of whether we are alone in the universe. SETI projects use various techniques to look for signs of technological activity coming from other planets, such as radio transmissions and optical signals. NASA, other space agencies around the world, and groups like the SETI Institute and the Planetary Society have been conducting SETI research for decades. Imagine spending billions of dollars searching for God with technology instead of realizing that God has always been here. You've been searching in all the wrong places. God is everywhere. God is within you. That's why you never have gotten a response. Your awareness must change. The UFO phenomena is an awareness issue. Humanity's point of view needs to change. Are you prepared to see a whole new reality?